Welcome to the Run It Back podcast, aka The Rib, with your hosts, Cha-Cha,
Turn my mic up, son. You know he's always in the building. Yeah.
D-Lo,
Yo, what's up?
Javi,
Hello. What's up, world?
and Omega Green.
Yeah, it's green.
Get ready as we carve through the meat of life's juiciest stories. Let's get it cooking.
All right, America. Welcome to another episode of The Rib. The Run It Back. We got a great topic today.
I'm excited.
And I'm going to bring it to you live, raw and uncut. But before we do, let's find out how the week's been for the team. Javi, how you feeling?
So,
Let it out, man. Let it
my
out.
week. Oh, I am. My week has been, I want to say frustrating, but it's not really the word. But it's been very, I've
Painful?
been anxious. I've not want to be around people. I just wanted to be to myself.
Yeah, you need that.
It hasn't been a bad week, but I just wanted it to be a week of my own.
And sometimes you need that alone time. You
Yeah, I
really
need
do. You need that personal alone time. You
Yeah.
just do what you do. And
And it's nothing against anybody. I just,
Yeah, you need to recharge the social
Yeah.
battery.
you know,
you got
Yeah.
you got to recharge the mind and the soul.
be left with my own thoughts, work through some shit in my own head, get back set and ready to go,
Yeah.
and then I can get
And it's never personal.
It's not.
never
It's
personal.
not.
It's
Never.
And I don't understand, I don't understand why people take that personal, because I mean, it's like you said, it just recharges you. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just, it's good for you.
But it's been,
That
it
question, we'll
hasn't
get
been a
into that
bad week. But D-Lo, how's your week been?
I'm still working through my tiredness. We're still doing 10-hour shifts. I'm not ready for still. Things picked up at work. So it's just looking at the screen. I actually have a heated eye mask that I wear. Sometimes I wear it for work or sleep. That I brought it down here, and on my break I will put it on.
Take a power nap.
I will not
Nice.
look at any cell phone, TV, nothing. I just put that thing on, put the heat on, and I just sit there and chill for 15 minutes. So that, and I mean, there's been some foul stuff going on with Flex, so I haven't been doing that here lately, and it's kind of cutting into my extra money type stuff. So yeah, there's just some things I'm trying to get through, But other than that, like I said, the best part of the week is hanging out with the fellas.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
What you doing, Omega?
Tired as usual. That's nothing new. The
Life
week-
be lifing.
I know
yeah, the week went by pretty quick,
It did.
this year went by quick.
bro.
That's another topic.
What year? I never
yeah,
seen it.
that is
Ain't that the truth?
another topic entirely. But yeah, work is good, steady, of course. Potentially, there might be a shakeup soon, and if that happens, then I might find myself taking on more. Ideally for good reasons.
Hey.
That
But-
comes with the increase, right?
I'd like to think so, but at the same time too, everything is hypothetical at this point. So I'm like, if there's a shakeup and the opportunity presents itself, then I'm gonna be well positioned to take advantage of that in one way or another. So that's been cool, just learning a bit of new stuff, and yeah, not too bad. I really can't complain. Getting ready for next week, where on Black Friday we're going to be in Newark, Ohio,
Okay.
at the Newark Hub,
I got people.
and we'll
Maybe
be
not in Newark.
playing the B-Day Bash for Rasputin, who is a trap metal lord from somewhere I forget at the moment.
Okay.
But
That sounds like a good time, though.
yeah, so getting ready for that, getting merchandise together, sewing up some loose ends, getting together a set list, and then do it to it, and hopefully get up there and
And you say what day is this?
Black Friday.
Black Friday. Okay.
When do y'all play Close to Lexington again?
Trying to figure that out.
Let me know.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
will.
let us
It'll be
know.
coming to the new year. I'm trying to organize some shit myself, but again, it's all kind of like a learning experience. So
Okay.
And maybe we can do like a on-set show on that day.
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
What day?
On like a show that's closer to.
Oh, one.
Like,
Oh, fuck yeah, that'd be dope. Absolutely, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
But
Cha-Cha, what about you, man?
yeah.
So, as you all know, I went to New Orleans.
How was it?
It was
Delicious.
hot. It was hot. Yeah, and the food was good. But let me say this: there was something that has been on my spirit the whole time I was there, and even when I got back. Because what you all don't know is that there was an outburst by myself to the group at the last season, and I've apologized to D-Lo, and I recently apologized to Javi, but Omega, I want to apologize to you too, and this is only because this is on my spirit. I know y'all feel like I didn't need to do it, but it's been on my spirit, and I want to apologize to you face to face for that outburst, and you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
And so like I said, it's been on my spirit, and I just could not move forward with this, knowing where we going in the future, with our endeavors,
Right.
without getting that out, getting that. So let me say this to you, that outburst, like I said, it's been dealt with, but I do want to apologize to you as far as how it may have affected you and this.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, accountability.
Yeah. And so, like I said, because I love what we do. I love
Right.
what we do. And I take how I treat people seriously and how they see me, because you're, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? And so that matters to me.
Right.
And so, like I said, America, we are authentic. And we've said this in the past, that we don't always agree, but we should be able to come together and squash it. But like Javi said, accountability. And a part of that is being able to say, I'm sorry for my actions, whether I think I was right or wrong or not.
Right.
I could have handled it differently. So that's been on my spirit, and I had a lot of time to think about that while I was in New Orleans, because I missed the podcast because I was an hour behind y'all.
Yeah.
I seen y'all. I seen the messages, but I was still busy.
Yeah.
It was 6:30 here, but it was 5:30 there.
Right.
And so I was still caught up in conferences, because it was a conference, and so I was still caught up, and I was like, dang, I want to respond. I don't want, and that's another reason why I wanted to apologize, because I didn't want anybody to think that I was ignoring the group.
Yeah.
Because I said I'll try to call in,
Yeah.
but I wasn't able to neither call in nor text, so I didn't want it to. And so that was how it was making me feel, based off of how I acted, how I left it before I left.
Get it.
And so
Gotcha.
that's why I had to get this out now, because that's been weighing on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
moving on, other than that,
And we accept your apology.
well,
Chuck.
thank
Yeah,
you.
man,
I
absolutely.
appreciate that.
Hey, we family here for real.
Yeah. Oh. Hold up.
Rewind.
Somebody rethought their statement. Come on, family.
That sounded like he wasn't accepting my apology. but other than that, I did want to get that out because it has been on my spirit. But it's been as far. So like I said, it was on my spirit. But moving forward, getting back to work, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and I learned some things about my role, and so there's things that's going to have to change. There's things because my role, I'm understanding that my role ain't really defined. It's not defined because it was grant funded, but they had me doing stuff outside of the grant funded program, and so
I see.
and so now I'm like, I earn more money because I'm still doing this, but UK has signed off on my position, so now they're like, we're going to do this and we're going to pull you away from this grant funded program because I'm still doing that. And I'm like, well, I need more money. And so that, but other than that, life is good. Life is good. My Raiders suck still. That's another segment. But but New Orleans was nice. New Orleans was nice. So let's get into it. The running back topic for today is, do you believe in karma or divine intervention? And I asked this question because at one point I don't believe in karma. I used to, but I don't anymore. And so I just want to see where everybody's head at as far as karma versus divine intervention in America. We know divine intervention is believing in a higher power, taking control of the situation and making it what it is. And so that is going to be the run it back topic of today: the karma versus divine intervention.
One question: can they, in some instances, can they be one and the same?
Yes, it can. It can.
And the reason I say that, because I mean, there's some things that it just feels like, where it can be different because karma will hit you later on in life. Divine intervention, it could be something as far as like you got into a wreck, and you look at it and you like, even you look at the pictures of the wreck, you're like, how did I make it through that?
He had his hand on my shoulder right there.
But
divine intervention, am I right?
Yeah, but there's some things that just like,
you've been touched by an angel,
yeah,
bro.
but there's just some things, it's like, it's like that instant karma. It's like that right there. It's just like, it makes you feel like that happened for a reason, because somebody wanted that to happen. Somebody like made that happen for a reason. You know what I mean? Like,
it was too perfect.
Yeah,
the universe just wanted us together.
Or no, or that person got, that person got what they got at that moment because they did something that they wasn't supposed to, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the whole fuck around and find out model.
Right.
Right.
But I would say that
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have to break it down for you like this, and I know that this is not the topic for it. I'm agnostic. So I believe there's a higher power, but I don't know what it is. I was baptized, so I'm Baptist, a Baptist Christian. But in doing my own research and kind of like looking and seeing where my path took me, it was like, okay, I can't say that this is a for sure thing. I know that there's something else. I know that there's something out there that created all this to kind of like maintains all this, but I can't say that it's this or it's that or it's whatever it is. So like, I think that karma is a thing, and I also think that things may also happen for a reason. But karma's a bitch.
It is. It is. It is.
But karma can also be an angel.
Yes.
So I would think it would be just, to me, what's meant to happen will happen. What's meant for you will be for you. What's not meant for you, you won't. You might get it, but it's not gonna be what you want because it's not meant for you.
Right.
So if that's me believing in a little bit of both, then it is. But I can't really put an answer on divine intervention because I'm a kind of
right. No, I get it.
Yeah. And so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as I go, like, kind of on the end of what you all had mentioned about occasionally, depending on how you're looking at it, they could be both one and the same. Karma, I would say, if it does exist or were to exist, it is, yes, based on the actions of a single person and the repercussions that may come back to you upon that.
Yeah.
But the reasons why I feel like some people would not want to believe in karma is because they look at it in that scope, whereas them being connected as one is basically kind of like karma is generally you put out bad energy, you get back.
Right.
Bad energy. And if you
Right.
put out good energy, you get back good energy. And that's not always the case. So for someone, exactly.
Very
so,
much.
So a lot of people would be like, well, that's bullshit. But if you think about it more kind of like good, bad, neutral energies, we live within almost like an ocean of like swirling currents and different systems and stuff like that. So it's like maybe the good karma you're doing, you'll never get back because it's a part of a larger force,
larger
of good
scale,
energy that is doing something for somebody else, basically, at this point. And you might get it back, you might not. But also that comes down to deeper questions about like, why would you do something only if you think you're going to get something out of it, as opposed to just doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
But at the same time, who really does the right thing because it's the right thing to do?
That's
fully.
A good question.
No, I'm saying fully, and not like, okay, this is giving me gratification and not somebody else gratification.
Yeah. Well, life is a subjective experience.
Yeah. I feel like everybody, when you're doing something like that, you're looking for gratification from it too, subconsciously, even if it's not like something that you just like go into like, okay, I'm going to do this because it's going to make me feel good.
Actually, I can kind of test that a little bit.
No, in Omega, you are a really good person. I wouldn't like,
I'm not
you were
worried.
like,
I kind of want to test that a little bit because there's like some of the things I do, you know what I mean? Like I don't really look for gratification for it. I don't really look for anything for it. It's just something that I
want to do.
I want to do just because
Yeah.
I want like in me, like it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Or is this something that it
I just
that,
think it would
is
be
this something
nice.
that or not not even that, it's just something that it's what I do.
So
You know
let
what
me
I mean?
ask you this. Where do the thought of consequences play in that decision, right? Because
Right.
that's what we think about as well when it comes to karma, right?
Yeah. Now
possibly happen?
Exactly. That's the question.
now okay, so like in let's say you're the let's talk about a subject.
Uh-huh.
You know, like the people who actually did what they did,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they should have thought about their consequences of doing that. And the people around them should have thought about the consequences of doing that.
Right.
And like what we talked about, like people are automatically able to, you know, just want to bring up their camera and start recording people,
Right.
you know, instead of helping people.
Yeah.
That they let that person get, you know, either, you know, didn't get the help that they need because you wanted to record it instead of get them help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so what's the karma? What could possibly be the karma for the person that's recording, right?
Right.
See what I'm right. So that and that's the thing, and that. So when you think about karma, that's what you think about. So what is the worst thing that could happen to me for being this person at this time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's why I said like like it that's just on some of the things of like how I was raised, like you do what you do and you don't look for the gratification of it.
Yeah.
And it's either the right thing to do or you're going to suffer the consequences for these actions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's when doing good by people, right?
Right.
Yes. Yes.
And
Strictly towards that.
or not.
Because I can put an instance out there where everybody has done something where they were looking for that gratification,
Oh,
even
well,
if
yeah.
it wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna do this, like doing something that you know your boss is gonna see just so you can take credit for it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
that right there.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So there's-
I'm not saying there's not any instances like that. Yeah,
That's why I was
but
like, so
yeah.
you're strictly talking about
but
this,
I'm just saying like some of the things like you do, like even on a job and stuff, I've done stuff out of my range just because I was like that's just me.
It's gonna help everybody. It's
Yeah.
not just gonna help me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
I don't
me.
have to help you, but you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
'cause it
But there
helps
has
you
been
out.
some things on the job where I've done where I'm like, y'all gonna notice this.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, for sure. I need that
Right.
bonus.
Yeah.
I need that raise. I need to be promoted.
I need to be recognized.
You know
and so
what?
for anybody jumping on this live, what we're talking about is karma versus divine intervention. And we know divine intervention is a higher power stepping in and you know, basically rewarding you or showing you, you know, what you need to do to be better.
I think it sounds good, but I'm sitting here thinking about it. It sounds, divine intervention sounds great. But I just think that you create the own shit that you in just by the things you do in life. Like, do I think that there's somebody up there that's like, you know what? He's been so good. I'm going to go ahead and bless him with a bonus to get him a car. I don't think that that's going on up there.
No, it's not. It's not.
Or he's been,
it's not.
He just hit his wife. He's going to prison, and I'm going to make that happen. I don't think there's somebody up there pulling those strings. I think whatever you do in life, you build onto that, and that's what comes back at you full fold.
And there's been
sometimes it don't, because you got criminals out there that are still free.
There's
living their best life.
Like one of my favorite quotes was, "You may not see the good done back to you, but you're going to see the evil that you put out."
Okay. Oh boy, that was powerful. Say that again.
D-Lo just made that up. He just struck up.
You're gonna, like, you may not see all the good that you put out, but you're gonna see the evil that you do.
Yeah.
And
that plays into what Omega said too. As far as you put the good out and you may never get it back. Because it's out in the universe and it might hit somebody else and give them, because they've been waiting on good to happen to them for years. And you're just going to have to wait your turn to get that good. It's not going to hit when you want it. But you put that bad out and you're going to see that immediately.
Right.
Because you put the bed out and it's in front of your face. You seeing it. You seeing everything happen around you. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think some of it's conditional, and it also has to do with the way in which you kind of view things
and how you move in life.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say. How you practice your walk.
You don't want to be in a certain way. You gotta work. You gotta change the way you handle in business, because you're gonna always be there.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
So let me explain karma versus divine intervention. You know, in my perspective, because I used to believe in karma. At one point, my family used to be like, that's McCann's luck. You know, because
we do the same thing with the Lloyd luck. I'm telling you.
We could be at Kings Island and be in this long ass line waiting to get on this ride, right? And then once it's our turn, they would reverse it and make the other end the front, and we'd be like McCann's luck, right? And so, you know, that's a part of karma for me, as far as not being divine intervention and believing that if I do this, it's gonna come back to me. Like if I steal something, then it's gonna come back to me. I used to believe that, but now with my walk and my faith, I don't believe in karma. And this is what divine intervention means to me, because Javi, there's a great point that you made. You said that, you know, bad people, you know, somebody that's done something, they're still living a good life,
living their best life,
right? Living their best life. And then you might have somebody that's doing good that getting the short end of the stick, right? But what divine intervention does, number one, believing in a higher power, which means a faithfulness, is believing in what comes in the afterlife. That's what's part of it. That's what part of it. Like I said,
so you might suffer here, but then when you go to the afterlife, you'll be in the
right
highest
right.
tower.
But suffering is a mentality, because is a mentality that's saying, you know, well, I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm still suffering. But somebody that believes in a higher power and what God has for them, they won't suffer. They accept what is and says that this is just a test. And let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you a great example of what happened last week. So I went to, you know, at my job, I went to a cafe, and I had a $5 bill. It was just what I bought was just less than $5, and the cashier gave me back $17. She thought it was a 20. And I'm looking at this and I'm expecting just a couple of ones in my change, right? And she hands me a $5. She hands me another $5, and then she hands me another $5, along with the $2 and the change, because it should have been just $2 and change. And so I knew that she was wrong. I'm like, oh, she got it wrong. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is just what I need, because I've been struggling with some things. This is just what I need to get over. This is all I need. This is, because you can take that like, okay, this is what I've been waiting on. This is my good karma for doing a good deed yesterday, right? But is it a good karma,
or is it another test?
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
I knew it.
Thank you. But check it out. I failed because I took that money. I walked away.
I don't believe that.
I did.
Oh,
But I came back.
I don't believe that you failed.
I can't. No, because I came back. I could not. With all the fabric that was in me, I could not pocket this money and live my life knowing that it could affect somebody else. Right. Because
Honey, she
now
got to
her
pay that
register's
out
going to
check.
come up short.
She got to pay that out her check, honey.
See, exactly.
Or get fired.
And those
Nah, I
are
probably
the, and
would've given
those are the
back.
temptation. No, that's real though. That's the temptation that you have to think about. Like,
All
But I
right.
probably would have
she
given back.
gonna have to pay that out of her check.
And that's
She
fair.
be, all right, it's
but
just
I'm also
$15.
I'm also kind of like with the ebb and flow of stuff. I'm like, well, maybe you got that money, and that person was being a really shitty person that day, and that's the
deserved
money
it.
that's going to come out of their check
Right.
for being
Right.
a shitty person.
Right. But this
And
is
then it goes even deeper, but damn, it's gonna take food off her baby's plate.
thank you. See,
Dun,
and
dun,
that's the
dun.
right. And so that's the pull between karma and divine intervention, because the karma in me was like, see, I'm gonna take this $15 and then I'm gonna catch a flat tire and have to buy a $100 tire anyway. So I'm not gonna gain anything from it anyway.
So is luck different from karma?
Yes.
I don't know.
But
I
also,
don't know.
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know.
Like,
I don't know.
What you're talking about, though, like some of that stuff does revolve
But-
a bit around fear
Right.
and negativity. And if you're
Right.
putting that out there, like, what does that mean?
Right. But let me tell you why I brought it back.
Gotcha.
It wasn't the karma that allowed me to bring it back.
Okay.
It
He
was
forgot to buy something else.
the no. 'Cause hey, you know what?
Hey, I got this $10.
You know, because I thought about that too. Like, you know what? I can get an extra Butterfinger candy bar with this, and she'll never know. I'll just go to another gift shop. You know, she'll never know. But what made me bring it back was my relationship with God, my relationship, because I have built this relationship, and there's things that He asks of me, the person that He wants me to be accepted by Him. You know what I'm saying? And that matters to me. So it wasn't even about the karma after I thought about that, because the karma is like, okay, like you said, the karma is like, oh, well, I deserve this because of what I did last week. But the divine intervention in me allowed me to say, you know what? Something bad might still happen to me after I give this money back. But somewhere in there, He's going to reward me because I put Him first. And that's the difference for me. That's the difference for me between divine intervention and karma, that lets me not believe in karma anymore. Because, and I'm not gonna say I don't believe in karma, but but I feel like that even if karma happens in a negative way, let's just say that I kept the money and something bad happened to me, I would be able to say, okay, God, what are you trying to show me? What is it because, you know, I might have even spent the money,
Right.
you know, and He could have been like, okay, you know, He's not going to punish me for that necessarily, but He's going to put me in another situation to make to use discernment, wisdom, because He's going to say, okay, look, you got to keep the money. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? And so that's what it means to me to be able, because even without even without that situation happening, when I'm in line, my divine intervention allows me to say, you know what? Today I feel like paying for that person's meal.
Yeah.
You know, and then the karma might come second. Like, okay, I should be rewarded for this. But if I look for something to happen because I did, then it's not unconditional. If I've done something looking for something in return. And that's the difference.
So, but and not to take away from like you doing something like that, but when it comes down to like, oh, I should pay for that person's meal, you have to think about doing it.
Yeah.
So for like in my instance, when I like, and it's been multiple times that I've done this, I couldn't count how many, but like I'd be walking away from paying for my food, and the lady behind me or a guy behind me is ringing up theirs, and without even thinking about it, I got that. And like, you sure? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Like, I don't even think about it. It's just
Right.
like, and it wasn't because like I felt like I want to do something good for somebody. It's just wired into who I am. Every now and then I might randomly do that just for somebody.
And so for me, that's and I'm glad that's a very good point, because random acts of kindness. Do we just say that's who I am, or do you say God put that on my spirit?
It's just who I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Depends
Right.
on the way you look at
Right.
it. You know?
Yeah, it
Right,
is depending
exactly.
on the way you
And
look
exactly.
at it.
What I kind of
Exactly.
pulled,
And-
what I kind of pulled from what you were saying initially, like through it all, like outside of any like religious layers or anything, that was you kind of just saying, I know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the kind of thing I would do.
Right.
Here's your money back.
Right.
You know.
But I also turn to God like, okay, you know, you're not gonna like this. You're watching me, this, that, and the third, whatever.
Right.
You know, because of my walk. Because now, and here's the funny thing, because when I took the money back, she was like, oh my gosh, you're a good person. I wasn't even looking for that. I wasn't even looking for that at all. And she was like, yeah, because I got the $5 bill in the $20 drawer. So, because we was, you know what? We was talking about UK. We was talking about UK sports, and that will do it all. You will mess up talking about UK sports and UK all day.
Yeah.
But the divine intervention for me was, now that I have done this, she can move forward.
Right.
And maybe pay it forward to somebody else.
Or just
Where
pay
you-
attention to what. Just give it
Right,
back
that
to
too.
the man.
But even that,
You
she
taught
can be,
her to do her job.
right. She can be a better employee.
Facts.
Because she could have been an employee that talks harsh to customers, whatever. But I always
You'll
feel like
never know.
that. Right? No, I don't have to know, and
Exactly.
that's the good thing
Exactly.
about it,
Because you know
I have
who you are.
No, because I've planted the seed. I've planted the seed in her. Like,
Wait, what now?
I've planted.
As far as
here we
him
go,
doing
pause.
good by
Right.
her, he planted that seed for her to do good
To
by
be
somebody
right,
else.
like she can say, you know what? Because no, I don't know
I'm
her.
not gonna be a bitch today.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know-
be nice to people.
Right,
Because you
I don't know her
what day
story.
they're having.
Yeah, I don't know
you
her
go.
story, and you don't know how you can impact people just by being that person.
The
so
little act of kindness.
right, and so with me and my divine intervention with that, and like I said, to believe in divine intervention, you have to believe in your faith. You have to believe in that, or divine intervention won't exist. You know, and so a part of divine intervention is sacrifice. So now, you know, and that's a part of, like, you know what? She could lose her job. You know, or she gonna have to come out of her pocket. I don't know. So I don't know how many kids she got. I don't know what kind of bills she got. I don't know none of that. But at least I can walk away saying, you know, and I'll pray about it. Like, you know, God, I hope that, you know, she is a better person for it.
Right.
You know, and walk away knowing that I planted that seed, because she might not get it today. She might still be that evil customer service person, you know, but something's gonna happen to her in her life. And this is me saying this. Everybody might not feel this. Something's gonna happen in her life to where she's going to say, where do I turn now? And she can reflect on what I did for her and say, you know what? I've got to become different in how I move and how I walk. So that's the difference for me between karma and divine intervention. Divine intervention has built my character spiritually.
Yeah.
Has built my character spiritually to where I don't only focus on what the worst thing that can happen to me or the best thing that can happen to me versus how I can impact others.
Right.
And that's how I move.
And that's why I feel like sometimes it can be one and the same, especially with the quote I said on, you may not see the good you put out, but you definitely gonna get back the evil you put out.
Yes.
And that's why I say it could be one and the same, because the good that you just put out there is going to help that person.
Yeah, and that's always the hope. That's always the hope.
But then, say you would have took that money and you would have gone and spent it.
Mm.
Well, that right there, that could have had karma or the divine intervention in the form of karma coming back on you.
So let me ask you this: what if me giving her that money back doesn't change her? What does that do to me?
Nothing.
Nothing. At least you know that you
Possibly.
at least you know you did the right thing.
Right, and that's with the divine intervention. But without the growth within me, I could be like, you know what? The next time this happens, I'm keeping that money.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Learn my
but
lesson. I just lost out on $15.
yeah, and I needed that, boy. Ooh. Don't think I did.
but
it all
I mean,
counts.
I mean, and that's just where you have to be as a person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's where you have to be. Like I said, like majority of things I do, if I do it out of the kindness of my heart or whatever.
What's
I
up,
just
Miss
do it.
Briscoe? I see you. Briscoe Brown. I see you.
I just do it just because that's me. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jeopardize myself and the way I feel about and the way I think about myself.
Yeah. So the discussion is divine intervention versus karma. What do you believe in? And so that's what we're having this roundtable discussion about. It's a really good topic. So if there's anything that anybody wants to add as far as a comment and what your divinity has done for you and what your spiritual strength has done for you, then put a comment, and I'll speak on it. And then also, even if if you believe in karma over divine intervention, speak on that too. You know what I mean? Because this is just a roundtable discussion. Everybody's just getting, their what they believe to be true based on their life.
Yeah.
And the thing about this is nobody's ever wrong. Nobody's ever wrong.
Yeah. And that's where it goes into the divine intervention could be the karma that comes back on you on the evil that you put out is because you did that. The Lord may test you in other ways, or he'd be like, I gave you enough test. Here's your karma for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but what I've also learned is that certain people will come into your life that can show you something different, and you might not even acknowledge it because of what you're going through.
No, most definitely.
Most
definitely.
And so,
right.
and that's the thing about growing your faith beyond karma. For me, and I'm just saying for me, is that there has to be a certain awareness if I'm struggling with something, because like I said, I could have took that that $10 extra or whatever, all of that, and not gave it a second thought. You know what I'm saying? But not only am I leaning on my faith, but maybe the day before, the week before, there was a situation that I allowed somebody to come into my life that asked me, so what would you do if you had the opportunity to give if somebody dropped a certain amount of money and you had a chance to give it back? Tested me with that, because God already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you can either take that as karma, like, this situation, this situation happened, and I gave the money back, so now it's my turn. Now it's my time to get in return. But there's a lot of elements for me that get left out behind that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think about that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like I said, that it can be one and the same, but like I said, there's some instances where the two are completely different.
Yeah.
And but it just, I don't know, man. Like it's definitely a good thought.
Do y'all believe in New Year's resolutions? What about you, Javi? You believe in making a resolution?
I think you can make a goal.
Yes.
I don't think it's like a resolution.
Yeah, but you know, New Year's.
To dial it back to the main topic, I wasn't done with that part.
Okay.
I want to say that divine intervention doesn't have to come from just a God. It's
right.
whatever
it's
you
a higher
believe
power.
in.
Right. That's why I was calling it higher power, and that's why I say for me it was God. But yeah, it's a higher power.
If you don't believe in it, it's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't believe that there's karma, that's okay too. If you just think that shit happens because it happens, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
I gotta think stuff happens just because it happens. Honestly, you put yourself in a place to receive something or to get some type of harm done to you, and it doesn't have to be karma. It doesn't have to be divine intervention. You can just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right place at the right time, or you can meet the right person at the right time, or the right person at the wrong time, or the wrong person at the right time, or the wrong person at the wrong time. It's just left up to chance, honestly, in my mind, and that's if I'm speaking on my thoughts, as me,
right?
Yeah,
and that's what
we want. Not
speaking
for anybody in this podcast or anybody in my life. And yeah, I just think shit happens because it happens.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. In my experience, life is random and chaotic. You can do things to increase possibilities, probabilities, and make certain effects on outcomes.
Put yourself in certain places to receive certain things.
Exactly, kind of like you were saying. But at the same time, too, just like a lot of stuff, karma, whatever, we're seeking to understand or explain things to where we can easily digest them in an existence that is, quite honestly, really frightening but terribly beautiful at the same time.
Yep.
Because I mean, I
like that.
Like I actually do believe that, you know, and you know, like y'all said, like, you know, sometimes things don't happen for a reason. It is what it is. Bad timing, good timing, whatever. But there's some certain things that I've taken in my life that I found that people were put into my life at the time that I needed it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like me and Javi reconnecting, you know, and you know, and that's how we started what we're doing now. You know what I mean? I wanted to do it. I didn't know how to even start a podcast, and then, you know, we started talking about it. Here we are today.
And so you think that was divine intervention, and I think that was just by chance.
And that's what it is.
That's what it does.
Small ass city, like it was bound to happen at some point.
That's what it does.
Either with you or me just starting my own, and you catching whiff of it.
But he spoke it into existence, and so that's the thing, right?
Manifest destiny.
Exactly. There it is.
And that's what it is. Like it just, like you said, you was going to do it regardless. I had my doubts in myself on how to do it, what to do.
Are you saying I pushed you to do something?
Yes.
Hey.
Where my good karma at?
Yes.
Where my good karma at?
Yes. And then I got brought into it, and you know, and like I said, I've grown from this. I'm all, you know, I'm creating reels now, and you know,
that must be good karma that ain't coming back.
Right. But see, once again, but look, look. Let me turn this to myself. There's a, you know, from where I. Okay, I see you, Arthur. I see you. I'm gonna read this out. Let me get this out first, my man.
Turn his mic up, son.
Thank you. Turn my mic up, son. But you know, there's still a part of me that tries to shed karma, and that's and like I said, that, you know, because I actually said that to her, like, you know, look, I'm bringing this money. Oh, you're just a good person. No, I just don't want to catch a flat tire out here. That, you know, so there's still a bit of me that believes that if I do bad things will happen to me. But I have divine intervention higher than karma, because I don't have to. I can accept bad things happening to me even if I do good.
Right.
I can accept that because of, you know, I can look back and say, well, this happened for a reason, and I can grow from it. Something negative.
Yeah,
something
turn negative into a positive.
Yeah, or you know, the situation can happen again, or something similar where I have to use discernment, you know, the wisdom to be better about it. And so that's why I choose divine intervention, because everything to me happens for a reason, even if it's negative, because if you grow from it, you know, nothing is ever new that we go through, right? You know, you know, something can happen new, but don't think that it can't happen again.
So when does my question, and I know that we're kind of running low on time, but my question's for you. Does the divine intervene at a most critical time, or is that random? Or in the midst of the divine intervening, when you say divine intervention, whether good or bad, why would the divine need to intervene if you're gonna have to answer to everything when you get there?
Well,
so would it be a divine intervention, or would it just be everything's left up to chance until you get there, and then you have to answer for all the things that you did?
Here's the thing about that is that that's always the hope, that because you're never gonna get a handwritten letter saying that you get to come through the pearly gates.
Yeah,
you're never gonna get that. You know, all you can do is, you know, study, learn what is expected of you, and continue to grow from it. Yeah. So for me, I don't think that good deeds are going to get me in.
Right.
You know, it's just a matter of me just being the best person I can be, and then when my number's up, hoping that I've done enough, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with saying that, you know, because the good thing about it is I can look up and say, you know, I did right by God.
Yeah.
You know, and just leave it at that. And then take that and build on it, because it's always going to be tough, because to me, Satan is always at work. He's going to put in, oh, you passed that test. Well, I got a different test for you. Oh, you trying to stop eating red meat. Well, you know, McDonald's is having a 3-for-1 special.
Yeah. And there you know what I'm saying? McDonald's is the devil.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. Well, like interesting, slightly confusing, but more interesting, I guess, because I don't understand your walk with faith, and that's okay. I'm never gonna understand
right.
But I find it a little bit intriguing and confusing at the same time that the divine can intervene in a life, even though you're gonna have to answer to everything you did good and bad once you get there. So why would divine intervene if you're gonna have to answer for the choices you make? Why not everything just be a choice? Right? Yeah, it'd be under. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that is.
I need something to do.
So that is a level of trust.
Okay.
You have to.
It's the walk.
Yes.
You're building the faith as you walk, and you have
and that's
to
why
trust
and that's why I say it's not easy, right? And so you can't just say I believe in God and then just walk away and do nothing. You have to continue to build and grow on it, to build the trust to accept that, okay, because there are going to be, you know, that type of situation like, is this really real? Or, why should I be, use divine when I'm going to have to answer for all the things that I've done? You know, so it takes a certain level of commitment and building on your faith to where you can accept basically like, this is what I believe.
Yeah.
Because but then not only that, he will show you things that even that you didn't believe that will allow he will allow you to bear witness.
Right.
And that's the one part that gets left out, is that you're able to bear witness to something that you didn't even know could possibly come to pass. For example,
Gotcha.
if you have cancer and somebody tells you you've got 6 months to live, and 6 years later, you're still alive, and the doctor's telling you, I don't know how you're still alive. And so your walk can have you throw in the towel. Like,
But in that moment, would you say that the divine intervened with that person not dying at 6 months and staying and living on 6 years? Would you say, oh, the divine intervened and healed and brought them back? Or would you say chance gave them that was luck?
No.
Right.
The divine intervention comes before the diagnosis. The divine intervention is what allows me to continue to say, well, I'm not going to settle for what this doctor told me, because I see something, because I've already been shown something different.
Okay.
Because for example, you can come across let's say this. Let's just say that I don't have a diagnosis, right? But then I come across somebody that does have a diagnosis.
Okay.
And they tell me their story. And then a few months later, I come up with a diagnosis. Now I'm like, oh my gosh. Now I've come across this person that says, look, it doesn't matter what that doctor tells you, you fight till the end.
Yeah.
So that's where the divine intervention comes in, not
Was
during
the person
that.
telling you to fight?
Yeah, because I came across
giving you
somebody
that
that was
push.
already going through what I have yet to go through.
Okay.
Somebody.
So for that, I
on
would
a random,
say that
on a random,
that was
on
by
a
chance.
Right,
That's what
right.
I would say. But I understand
right,
where
by
you're
chance,
coming from.
right,
Because we don't believe the same thing, so
Right.
you see it differently than I do.
And so
Gotcha.
that's why I call it allow myself to bear witness.
Okay.
Bear witness to that, and then let's just say I do get diagnosed, and I can say, oh, now I'm prepared to deal with this because God put this person in my life to show me, to help me, to give me, and it's not only going to take that one person,
Right.
But I can say, he showed me because he prepared me for this.
Right.
And so that's just one situation, but throughout your whole walk, you have been able to bear witness to other situations that you were put in, that he's already prepared for you for, that you couldn't even see it was going to come your way.
Gotcha.
And that's what I've been able to live through. But let me say this real quick, because I want to get this out. My man Arab, Arthur Allen, my question about the New Year's resolution. He says, to me, New Year's resolution is short term. You start on it, but then things happen. And you get sidetracked. For instance, the New Year's resolutionists go to the gym at the beginning of the year, and then I had to scroll.
typing.
I had to scroll.
Yeah.
No, I had to scroll.
I know.
lost
We
him.
just playing.
Damn,
Them
I
bubbles
lost
are popping
you.
up.
I lost you.
Yeah.
There you go. Then you go to the gym beginning of the year. Then by March, you're gone. It's gone. It's like clockwork. So I don't do them. If I'm going to change anything for next year, I start in this year.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts.
Perfectly. And then he said, your belief system and your personal relationship with God will always get you through.
Perfectly put.
So Arthur, you sound like someone who has a belief in a higher power as well. Like I said, the conversation was about karma versus divine intervention. And so, like I said, in this, your belief is your belief. And this is for other people that are listening, and we want everybody to be open and honest, because we're not judging anybody by anything. But Arthur, thank you for that, man. I thank you for listening in, and that's a good point, because for me, and I can use this as an example real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. So, resolutions. See, it's easy for a resolution because you can say, You can say something like, I plan on losing weight, I'm gonna go to the gym, right? And then when you slack off, then you can say, well, I'll just start up again next year.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about that is, with the belief in your faith, you're able to find the powers to fight off the temptations to where you say, no, I'm gonna keep going. I need to change some things.
Right.
You know, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anybody out here that listen to this, when we get this thing uploaded, hit like and subscribe, and that's all I have. Anybody else?
Have a nice day.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do good by each other, and
Somebody has to go.
Like, do good by each other, and just, you know, like, just, I mean,
be your best to be good people, regardless.
Yeah, be your best person. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about whatever is going to come back to you for whatever reason. Just be the best that you can be.
I told you, chaos. It's all chaos.
It's all chaos. Yes. So.
But we'll see you next time on the rib.
On the rib.
Do it all off with the.